This video is gonna be quick, man. Super sad video. Well, I'm sure I'm gonna get a whole bunch of comments if I do from a whole bunch of Megan Thee Stallion fans. I don't even care. Comment. Tell me down below you're happy. Help the algorithm. But Tory Lanez, man, Tory Lanez. We were all happy about the appeal. We saw the hype building up. Tory calling in to Aiden Ross, everything going on. We're like, yo, it's lit. I bet. Oh my God, it's gonna go well. Yo, the appeal. Oh, he's dropping music, albums. Oh my God, this is crazy. For it all to just come crashing down. All I heard when I read this was, it's never the right time to say goodbye. But we gotta go our separate ways. And I know it's hard and it's killing me. And it's not even him breaking up with Megan Thee Stallion. No, it's him breaking up with America. Cause now if he gotta do his sentence, are they sending my nigga back to the dock?
People, oh, he should have taken a plea deal. You guys are He's a foreign national. He can't take the plea deal. If he pleads guilty, it's a felony conviction, done. He's getting deported. He had to fight it. But this is people that don't know immigration, right? So he had to fight it. He didn't have a choice. So he's probably going to get parole. He's probably going to do a couple years and then they're going to send him off because they don't want to spend the money because he's going to get deported anyway. For all the
Like, is he going back and leaving Miami for where it snows? Nah, that's heartbreaking. He's going to be at CN Towers now. No, don't let it happen, bro. They going to send my nigga Tory like they did to Shine. I don't want it. No, we need Tory here, bro. Like...
departed in sweatshirt and a pair of headphones around his neck. The rapper sported a full head of parted hair. He was hugged first by his godmother, then his manager and others, including one of his attorneys, Oscar Michelin, followed by Polo Lightburn.
The man's already doing it. Like, yo, he can't marry somebody. Like, this is the craziest Spanish mentality that I have. Like, yo, he can't find somebody to marry while he's in there for the next couple years. Like, please. Don't send that nigga back. You already did enough. It's gonna be him in top 5 streaming in Canada, but they can never come this way. Breaks my heart, man. We see that the court denied the appeal. He lost and he has to serve his sentence. I believe his next probation date, if he makes it without like being in trouble or anything, and his next day that he can go back in front of the courts is 2029. 2024, brother, he got 4 more years that he has to serve. I don't think there's any way around it. It's a state case, it's not even a federal case. Trump can't even step in, I don't believe. And even if he could step in, the dude's not American, he's Canadian. Is Trump really gonna step in? I really thought Shorty was gonna help us out too. That girl that was in the government, she was like a councilwoman, I believe, when she was doing everything and putting that website together for Tory Lanez and showing us all the evidence on how he was innocent. I was like, nah, we cooking with grease now. I'm like, yo, is she close to Trump? I think she was. And she met Amber Rose. That's the part that broke my heart. Like, oh, this is how she knows. This is why she got interested in the case, because she's friends with Amber Rose. I thought she just picked this shit up. So allegedly, Amber Rose, you know, she's a Republican. Allegedly, she bumped into her, and then that's how that all worked out. But none of it seemed to work.
This evidence firsthand that you've spoken about?
I actually saw a new affidavit, and there's going to be. I was made aware of some ring footage, so video footage, and actually just talked to one of his attorneys, and so that will likely be released in the next, well, whenever they decide to release it, next couple days.
So does the attorney have that footage right
now?
Oh yeah,
they have actually a lot of evidence. I'm surprised that, you know, a lot of people, some of it were like, oh, well, that's not new news, but some people were completely unaware too, specifically on the number, you know, the DNA, specifically for the gun, 0.01%. That means that it's literally not him. They also didn't test people, but yeah, so that stuff will all be released, I think, in the coming days.
So, and have you spoken with Governor Newsom or anyone else about this?
I actually have a call into his office, and so we're working on scheduling a time. And there's a letter that should be going out to him later on today or tomorrow morning.
So I would assume since these are strictly state charges, this would have to be a state pardon, correct? President Trump can't be involved?
Correct. It's up to Governor Newsom, but I think that, you know, there's a lot of people that are looking at the evidence and saying, hey, this is clearly not correct, that this is an innocent man that's been imprisoned, and I think that that's where, you know, on the federal side of things, when I talked to Tory's in jail, as you know, so I talked to him on the phone, and I think prison reform is going to be something that he's going to definitely tackle once he gets out, and it's pretty wild that this kind of case can happen. Also, too, he had a gag order placed on him during the trial, so he couldn't even, and like, that's just so insane, like, you put gag orders on people so they can't defend themselves, that's nuts.
You know, finally, why is this so important to you?
My goodness, this guy's an innocently incarcerated man. Obviously, you know, we're by no means perfect, but that type of situation cannot stand if you have a double standard of justice that exists. Also, too, when the evidence was brought forward and presented to me, I mean, I was pretty baffled that he was even charged after what I saw. And so specifically, you know, you're talking about someone who's basically been smeared and dragged publicly, saying and alleging that he shot someone in the foot. By the way, did you know that the ballistics evidence says otherwise, and that there's no bullet fragments? They can't locate those alleged bullet fragments. I mean, how do you even have a conviction on that? It's really crazy. So
Tory Lanez, man, I wish he would have never just wanted to go on that Christmas break and just prolong the trial and would have let the driver and his security actually testify. It's a sad day for us. It's a sad, sad day. We see lawyers for work kind of give a better explanation of what, actually is going to happen and basically his best outcome of what he has to look forward to now.
What do I have to say about Tory Lanez's appeal being denied? Very simple. That case starts and ends with the testimony of Sean Kelly, the only unbiased eyewitness. He saw the events, the actual events of that night unfold with his own eyes from his bedroom window looking down at his driveway. He saw two women engaged in a violent fight. Prosecutors did not present that to the jury at all. Prosecutors let both women testify without mentioning that violent fight. Prosecutors failed their responsibility to the people to look for the truth. The two women, in my opinion, perjured themselves, never testifying about the fight that Sean Kelly saw. I credit Sean Kelly, because why would Sean Kelly, an unbiased witness from his bedroom window looking down on his driveway, make up a story about two women engaged in a violent fight? So look, the appeal can be the appeal, and they can do whatever they want. They can argue whatever they want. The defense lawyer made a huge mistake not putting Quan on the stand. Quan was waiting to testify. He came, he showed up. The government said, we want a continuance. The judge said, I'm going to give them a continuance. Defense, are you ready to wait for the continuance? Then you can have your boy testify. And the defense said no. The defense lawyer didn't have Tory Lanez testify. The reality of that case is that the Sean Kelly testimony opened the door to a not guilty verdict, but you still had Megan pointing the finger at Tory Lanez, and you still had Sean Kelly's testimony on recross be a little complicated. And so what you needed was you needed Quan and you needed Tory take the stand. You could have bought it home. It didn't happen. I don't give a shit what judges or juries say. I saw that case. I know that case. That case should have been a not guilty.
But we already seen him getting stabbed up in prison. It's like, brother, you got to survive for another 4 minimum. And he's still saying that he's innocent, and he never did it. Usually I be hearing in parole, again, I've never been to jail, so I don't know if this is true, but I've always heard, if you don't like accept that you did something wrong or admit to your guilt, you don't get probation. So in 2029, is he still gonna be saying that he's innocent and never shot Meg Thee Stallion? Or is he gonna flip it and be like, yo, I didn't try to shoot Meg, I tried to shoot the floor to scare her. Please forgive me, I'm a changed man, and try to get probation that way, and the whole story flips? I don't know, but I'm sad that this is how this story came to an end. We were on top of the story the entire time. Pause for just being on top of anything, but we were following the story from beginning to end, and all I kept thinking was like, damn, Tory should have took that plea deal. But that's what happens to a lot of us men in America, colored men in America. You're scared to take it to trial because you're like, bro, I'm facing 20 years or I could do 4 years and admit to guilt to some shit that I didn't even do. I swear to you, I didn't do it. But I'm so scared of going to trial and losing and blowing trial. Now I'm doing a whole bunch of years for some shit that I still didn't do. So it's a lose-lose situation. I'd rather just do this real quick, sit down and know that I have an end date that's at least close enough for me to come home. And I feel Tory, bro. I feel Tory. There's a lot of good documentaries. I remember Netflix had a crazy one. I think it was the 13th Law or some shit. I forgot, but it had like a picture of a man shackled, like a silhouette of a man shackled. And it breaks it down of how a lot of us go to jail because we're just scared to take it to trial. Tory Lanez has a lot more money than the average person like you and me. And look how his situation planned out. That's the reason, bro, I don't live life by breaking laws. I just refuse to. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like jaywalking. Like, I hit the crosswalk. I don't even like jaywalking. Nah, man. I just try to avoid that system at all ways possible. And again, just being a colored man in this country, you could do your best, and you could always make one stupid mistake. And that one mistake could be make the world judge you, and now you got to go out there and defend your innocence. Scary, it's scary, man. I pray. I was gonna say free Tory Lanez. I don't know how great that's gonna work anymore, but you know what? We're not gonna ever stop until it's backwards. So free Tory Lanez. Look, Max B, they said he was doing 75, and there was no chance of him coming home. It was gonna be impossible. Every year we used to hear Max B was coming this summer. Yo, this summer, the 17 years that nigga was in jail, 15, 17 years, however many years he was in jail, I heard every summer he was coming home. Until one day, you know what? He never stopped believing. His team never stopped believing, and he eventually came home.
That day, me and these niggas go back like 40 years.
When you hear that you definitely didn't come home, what's the energy? Because I'm going to keep it 100. Yo, Killer, I got to talk to the governor in Jersey.
Yeah, the
Yo, once I
mayor.
speak to the mayor in East Brunswick, I'm coming up.
It was like I said, you just got to switch the mindset. So I knew I wasn't going to be in here for the duration.
At least Tory Lanez's max sentence is only 10 and not 75. And he might just have to do another 4, which would be like a total of 6 until he can at least go up in front of the judge for probation. Sub up, sub up, sub up. If I missed any information, please let me know down below. Just share your thoughts. Do you think Tory Lanez, after all that information we saw, was innocent? Or do you think he was guilty? I think he was stupid. I think he was stupid for the way he went about it, but he was also drunk and he should have just stayed in that pool with Kylie Jenner that night and been like, yo, I'm not leaving with them, bro. If I leave with them, I don't trust my safety. Like, bro, she's getting a radical code of 12. That's why I'm a cop caller. I call the cops. Woo! I'll pull that shit out like Clint Eastwood with my phone. Bam! Young me, you called me 10 years ago. I'm like, never would I rat. Never would I snitch. Never. Today? Nigga, you won't even finish threatening me while I'm on the phone. Now, keep going, because they're hearing right now. Keep going. Keep talking. They're listening. Oh, man, but being a rapper is a hard job today. Being a rapper is a hard job today, because you got to be a 30-something-year-old gangster. Like, brother, you too old for this shit. You got kids. You got money you got to make. You got family that's feeding off Tory Lanez. You got friends and everybody. The whole camp. You're the backbone. You're the bread maker. I get it. It was cool when you was 21 and you were trying to show us you were tough. You got a hairline now. Life is different. Yeah, free Tory. I'm sad as shit. Sub up, sub up. And you could always support Tory Lanez by buying merch on One Umbrella. Go see what he likes. We got to start buying stuff. I just haven't really liked his recent drops. I got to see what else he dropped. And yeah, try to do more unboxings on this channel. I think we did one, if I ever even unboxed it on here. I bought one during the quarantine radio. I still got it from 2020. One of the shirts. But other than that, I haven't really bought much One Umbrella. I got a hat from the New Toronto. No, not New Toronto. When he came for the Lost Cause tour, I got that hat as well as merch. Other than that, I don't really got much more. So we'll probably get more to unboxing this channel. If you guys got any pieces I should look at, let me know. Send the link down below. Sub up, sub up, sub up. And until he's free, man, free Tory.